Thanks, POV. No, no, no. This is not real. None of this is real. Please wake me up. Someone wake me up from this nightmare. Sai, say psych right now. I said, tell me you are joking. I think we should ask her before coming to any conclusion. Maybe someone is trapping her. Yes, please, that should be the case. Otherwise, I rubbed my face harshly in frustration. Let's go. She had to give lots of explanation. Jimin drove me to her apartment because I wasn't able to think straight. We entered the building and I began knocking on her door. She didn't open it, so my knocking turned into banging. I screamed out her name, but received no response. She really made me a madman. Jimin was silently watching me. People came out of their flats. Some tried to stop me, and I took my out. Everyone was terrified. Bodyguards tried to come in my way, but back off everyone, he's Kim Taehyung. He threatened everyone by telling everyone my reality. Yes, everyone knows I'm a mom. I felt as if everyone's souls had left their bodies. I approached a lady who came out from the flat next to Yumi's. Where is Yumi? I said, where is Kang Yumi? I don't know. She left this morning. To where? Asked while rubbing his gun on his head. I really don't know. She said she won't be coming back. Back to your flats right now. I yelled at everyone while signaling with my and everyone ran. I broke the door of her flat and went inside. Jimin came in after me. It's empty, just like me. I tried to control myself but eventually gave up and started destroying her apartment. I wasn't in my senses. None of it was real. Jimin, none of it was real. I was loving her genuinely and she was playing with me. Playing with me. My knees gave up and I sat on the floor and cried in agony. I have never cried like this in my life. I was never this weak for someone. I regret being this weak. My tears. Kang Yumi, you will pay for these tears. Jimin hugged me and I sobbed on his shoulder like a kid. You love her this much? Much more than this. I trusted her. Let's go. Where? This is the last time you are crying like this. We'll track her down and the rest is up to you. Next day at Taehyung's mansion, author's POV. Tae was sitting on the cold floor of his dark mansion, messed up room with messed up mind, blankly staring at his reflection in the broken mirror. His hands were bleeding badly, but he didn't care. He was sitting quietly, but suddenly he sobbed loudly and screamed while grabbing his own hairs in frustration. His thoughts were driving him insane. Correction. Her thoughts were driving him insane. Someone banged on the door from the other side, but he was deaf to any other sound as his own thoughts were too loud. He went quiet again and sat like a statue, mind numb, eyes blank, heart shattered, soul demolished. Suddenly someone broke the door and a worried mother, a scared friend and a terrified cousin rushed inside his room. Mrs. Kim, his mother, ran towards him without caring about broken pieces of glass on the floor and hugged her baby tightly. Yes, for the world he was a cruel, but for her, he was still her baby. She hugged him and asked softly, Mrs. Kim, why are you like this, Tae? Why you hurt yourself like this, huh? She cried as she cupped his face, but failed to see any emotion in his eyes, but tears in his emotionless eyes. She looked at Jimin and JK with tension as he didn't respond to her previous asked questions. Jimin, JK, what happened to my son? Auntie, his girlfriend broke with him, lied while looking down as he didn't want to get more worried than she already was. Huh? He had a girlfriend? She looked at Tae again and said, take me to her, I'll talk to her and tell her how much you love her. Huh? Don't worry, everything will be alright. She tried to comfort him, but he didn't respond. He sat in the same position as before. Don't worry, Auntie. He is just taking everything so seriously as it was his first relationship, and he loved her too much. Please cook something for him while me and Jim and him take care of his wounds. JK reassured Mrs. Kims. She wiped her tears and went out of the room. As she went out, JK grabbed Tae and pulled him to make him sit on the bed, and Tae simply let him do whatever he wanted, as he himself was too numb to react. Jimin took out first aid box and began cleaning Tae's wound. By being like this, you are pleasing your enemies. So put an end to this and pay attention to what I am saying. He grabbed Tae by his shoulders and shook him a little, and finally Tae looked at his friend, indicating that he is finally listening. I spoke to our main hacker Yumi, and he said he'll give us all the information regarding Kang Yumi once we we know her background, we'll get to know about her whereabouts. I lost her, didn't I? How can you lose her when you never had her to begin with? She was just playing with your emotions. You were a mere mission for her. His friends couldn't even imagine in their wildest dreams that they'll see their cold, brutal friend like this, crying for a girl. They were frustrated to see him being like this for a girl who had never loved him. After a week, thanks POV. Here I am, immersed in work, sitting in a new office as the old one has become a source of trauma for me because it reminds me of her. Work was merely a tool to distract myself from the harsh reality of my life. She turned me into a mental patient and my friends into therapists. I'm trying to hate her and I think it's working, but I'm hating myself more for loving her more than hating her. A man like me shouldn't have let down his guard for a girl. I should have known that my enemies could take advantage of that. I should have seen it coming. But I am freaking blind because of her spell. Such a bitch. I was thinking about her again. No matter if I think about hating her or loving her, I just think about her all the time. It's like a task that I know how to do properly these days. I was deep in thoughts when Hyung, Jimin and JK entered the office. I stood up to greet Hyung and we sat down. Tae, prepare yourself for the big reveal. I'll try not to care anymore, Hyung, but don't tell anyone if you see me at my worst right now. She don't deserve your tears, Tae. She was just scamming you. Tae just nodded his head, indicating that he's ready to face the bitter reality now. So Yoongi continued while three of them listened to him attentively. I tried searching for Kang Yumi, but couldn't find any information as her face didn't match this name in any record. So me and my team searched through the data of whole city and discovered that she is not Kang Yumi but Han Wayan. And by digging further, we found out that she worked as a con artist for an illegal organization. Kai paid them a large sum of money to scam you and to steal confidential business data. Listening this, earth slipped from beneath my feet. It means that the girl I love doesn't even exist. Everything about her was made up. Her personality, attitude, passion, kindness, every freaking thing about her was made up just to trap me.